Well, a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight Deck Sim live stream. Today it's the 17th of September 2023. It's 4 minutes past 9 in the morning here in the United Kingdom. We're back in X-Plane 12. We're back in the IXEG 737-300. We've not flown this aircraft for many moons. It was last flown in X-Plane 11. I don't even know where we went. I think I did it as a dual stream with Microsoft Flight Simulator. But the team have now finally updated it for X-Plane 12. It's a $90 aircraft if you want to buy new. It's very expensive, but for those of you who own the X-Plane 11 version, you can get a one-time offer within the next 60 days for $15, which is what I did to download it as well. I've installed it, did a test sector yesterday, I got called in to go to work. It seems to be working well. There are some things I don't like, but I've heard that, well, I've seen in the forums that the devs are committed to ensuring they'll be fixing bugs and updating it along the line as well, which is good news. But overall, it works fine for getting from A to B. There's a few little finicky things here and there. One of the things is XPUI PC, which I use for the Fly Live overlay at the top here. It breaks the airplane, so I've had to do that. Secondly, it installs all of these extra plugins, which I don't like to use, and I know that I have compatibility issues with add-ons. So it's the sort of aircraft that once I've flown it, I usually uninstall it because things like this this Gizmo plugin, it breaks the InnyBuilds aircraft, I remember, for example. So there's a multitude of things they installed to make it work, and an updater as well, which slows the sim down, but hopefully they'll refine things moving forward. Anyway, we are flying from London Heathrow to Edinburgh. It's a flight we've not done before. We've done lots of sectors in the UK, because obviously I'm from the UK, and we're flying as British Airways, the first ever time. We're Speedbird 73 X-Ray Golf today. Yes, you can call me Nigel as often as you want. Live time, live weather, Orbex True Earth installed. Great video from our friend over, I've forgotten his name, QA Pilot, there we are, on how to get that in working in X-Plane 12. Works really well. And this is just stock Heathrow scenery, which looks really, really nice on Orbex True Earth as well. For Edinburgh later, I've got the Orbex scenery installed too. Looking very nice indeed. Let's have a look here in chat then. David, good evening to you, I should say, over in Australia. Morning, Captain Nigel. Full English breakfast on this flight. No, I had Nutella on toast this morning. In fact, I've still got it around my lips. But yes, Jack's with me as well. He's just he's tending to himself behind. We'll have a look on Yoke coming later. WBC is here. Morning, Nigel. Should be shuttle if you're a BA domestic service. Yes, sorry, I should be a shuttle call sign. Oh my god. Right, we'll just go Speedbird today. Adding it to Speedbird. Yeah, that's what we're going for as well. Oh, I'm getting loads of comments about this shuttle call sign. Oh god, I don't know these sort of things. I do hear the call sign shuttle bombing around London airspace, but I didn't know it was for domestic sectors. We're going for Speedbird today. I'll be corrected, no doubt, in the chat throughout and the comments section afterwards. Listener, I hope you're doing well. Moen's here as well. CR Studios, hope you're doing well too. Perfect timing for me. This has served as my alarm. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. Excellent. Wow, 180 people are watching. YouTube said to me, don't recommend you stream at this time. It's not where the majority of your viewers are. But for those of you UK and Europe and you haven't got much on this Sunday morning, thank you very much for tuning in. For those Americans watching it afterwards, thank you very much for watching. I know there are some people from the US. Obviously, Lauren's here as well. If you are from the United States or west of me, put your hands up in chat. Commitment to you for watching a stream live. But here is the IXEG 737-300. The external model is stunning. Looks really nicely. They've definitely tidied things up for X-Plane 12 as well. They've got a nice cabin in there. The texture looks really, really good. In fact, it's the best one I've seen in X-Plane 12 too. And actually, the general handling is very 737-ish. I've not flown the Classic, but it does feel like an NG. I think it's very slippy on approach though. I was configuring yesterday on the test sector, and I went to flap 10 on the glide slope. I couldn't get this thing slowed down, so it feels slippier than the NG, which I doubt it does. So I don't know if they need to refine the drag model slightly, but we'll have a look at how we get on. We'll follow real world SOPs based off my operator, which I can do very nicely in the Classic, and see how things are. Tom says, ooh, doing early morning flights. Well, I really wanted to do one yesterday. It was my day 5 standby, and standbys are a rare thing these days. Good job I didn't, because I just had to do a very short sector yesterday evening. Yeah, had a nice little a bird strike after landing. Thankfully, I didn't even see it, but the engineers coming to the aircraft said, "You had a bird strike," and I looked, and I was like, "Oh yes." And it's quite funny because in Discord, the members were talking about bird strikes and how when we have to file a report for bird strikes, you have to choose the option of about 25 different types of birds. So I selected unknown yesterday because I had absolutely no clue what it was we hit. Even if I could see it, I doubt what I could tell what it is either. Lauren says, like I said earlier, too much caffeine as a Cleveland controller in charge for the event. Oh yeah, what's the time for you? It must be like 1, 2 o'clock. Oh, of all the stands the Qatar A320 could have chosen, he's chosen to spawn directly on me. What a fool. Hopefully I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and he'll find another stand. If not, we'll go offline. Excellent. In fact, I can't even see him here. That's even better. We'll give him 5 minutes to go off. If he doesn't move, we'll depart offline. Unless there's any ATC or anyone could do it. No, there's no ATC, so easy to fix that. Perfect. So, let's now get the aircraft set up. So firstly, here we can see in the interior, the model looks very, very nice. Very clean textures. You can see, even if you zoom in, it's looking quite nice. Obviously not quite probably as good as Microsoft Flight Simulator add-ons, but looking good too as well. Now, I am having, this is the latest version of X-Plane 12, and what I found with Heathrow and Orbex, it is a bit stuttery occasionally. I don't know if the sim needs a bit more optimization. Right, I'm logging off. Has he got a flight plan filed? If not, I'll just go offline. But yeah, you can see they've improved the cabin. You know, there's some nice textures in here. We'll do a bit of a cabin tour when we go en route. And we'll have a look from there. It's a Boeing 8737, brilliant. Qatar just wants a hug, brilliant. Jamie Cook, hi Captain, I would love to watch, but cooking sausage rolls and steak bakes for some very hungry Yorkshire folk all morning. So we'll catch up later. Love the streets. Thank you very much. Can you come round and make that for me as well? Brilliant. But yeah, the better pushback plugin works. But as I said, we've got no fly live overlay, so I'll give you stats of the flight whilst we're en route. But let's get some power onto the aircraft now. Battery on, GPU's on the bus. There we are. It's come alive. You get all these lovely sounds. The animations of the needles and everything moving are really smooth as well. It does look really, really nice in that perspective. So we've got some electrical power connected to the aircraft. Let's get the electric hydraulic pumps on now as well. Landing gear levers down. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green lights. And then we check all the aircraft documentation and the tech log to make sure the aircraft's fully serviceable. Working our way up here, we'll put on the emergency exit lights. Little things that I've noticed here. Being very, very picky here, you can see that they've got the copper tripwire here. Now they are offered on switches like the IDG disconnect switches because they're tied down so you don't inadvertently select it. You know, the emergency exit light does have the hole because it's the same guard, but they never have the copper tie on. So you know, in an update, hopefully I'll just remove that bit of copper. It's very finicky, I know, but just want to point that out. Now, if you push the attend button, it brings up the IXEG 737 Classic sort of operating system. They have no passenger or fuel loading system. They had it with the version X-Plane 11. I guess there's a compatibility issue here, but you can't load up fuel or payload. You have to use the default X-Plane 12 loader, which is a bit of a pain, but I did some fiddling with it yesterday and worked out how much payload corresponds to what load you want and what zero fuel weight you want to calculate. So if we go here to charts, grab the operational flight plan, you'll see my zero fuel weight is 42.9 tonnes, and fuel wise it's 4.8. Now there's no event here on today at this sort of time. I'll just have a little look at the weather in Edinburgh. It's typical UK autumnal weather. It's raining at the moment, a bit of drizzle. Edinburgh should be fine. Winds from the east as well, potentially some rain too, low cloud base. But I'm going to take standard fuel. We can then check the fuel burn en route to make sure it's all okay. So I would if I was flying the sector in real life. So 4.9 tonnes of fuel. And what I need to do now is go into the menu, which is a bit of a pain. So I press this. No, I don't. Is it this one? Customize. Yes, it is. So what I've done, I've configured this payload to ensure that I have the same zero fuel weight. So I've emptied some rows, low cargo, filled up these rows, and it equates to a zero fuel weight of 42.9. And the fuel, well, oh, we've already got 5.2. Well, we'll reduce it to 4.9. So 4.9. You have to press done, apply changes, go back into this loading menu. Yeah, for a 90 quid aircraft to not have that, they've been updating this a long time. Just bring a little simple loader. They've got an EFB for Avitab, but again, that has no features. I'm sure in time that's something will improve. But you can see, look, we do now have the fuel. There's our 4.9 tonnes, which is the minimum required, and it has loaded the passengers as well. So that's all done. Seatbelt sign we can pop on now the fueling's complete. All good up here. tested. Well, we tested 10 button, but that brings up the menu. Flaps were up, which matched the indicated position. Do a quick takeoff config warning test. Now, if you have XP PC, you have to disable the plugin, which is very easy. You don't have to uninstall it, but I've uninstalled the Toby eye tracker. I do have it, but I've got a little bit of a sticky sticker which has come off my monitor, so it's not sticking right and it doesn't work properly. So I need to buy some more sort of double-sided sticky tape to use the Toby eye tracker. Disable XP PC, and I'm not using XEG today, and that ensures that everything works properly. Still, BMDG and the tablet saga is a thing too. At least it has a tablet. Brilliant. Flaps are up, match indicated position. Oh, I forgot to do the fault and fire test. So, bottle discharge light doesn't illuminate with the NG. Probably does with the classic. Fault test the same as the NG. Fault AV detector in op. Master caution overheat detector. Do the fire test. Yeah, the sounds are a bit arcadey, and they still have not got rid of the awful default engine start sound. It sounds like a video game from the 1980s, Nigel Mansell's F1 racing game or whatever for the Sega Mega Drive. You'll hear shortly. It's quite amusing, and the engine startup time is about 2 seconds. It's just little things like this which are a bit disappointing. Hopefully, again, I hope they fix them moving forward. So 2000 standby here. ADF here, VOR, we'll tune this up for the nav aids as well. Another thing I've noticed, I don't know if it could have been in the classic, but look, when you select VHF1, they push in. This is not how they work on the NG. The buttons are, you sort of just push them and it selects the light, but they don't push in and stay in. They're not sort of like a button on your VCR recorder, so you need to sort of fix that, unless it was like that on the classic, but it certainly isn't on the NG. Pete, thank you very much for your donation, £20 there, sir, thank you.
Towards a little house warming for you, boss.
Oh, thank you.
Wishing you all the best in your new home.
Thank you, Pete. That's very, very kind of you. I will get something for the new home. Guys, I need to show you. I've done some DIY. I don't know if I shared it on my Instagram story, but here's Yokecam. Hello, by the way. I'm sporting shorts and a white t-shirt, Pete. Look up here. I have constructed a shelf. On it, I have a Porsche 911 RS, which doesn't quite fit the shelf. A picture of Jack. So, oh yeah, my winning a shotgun, winning a shooting competition, which is sort of a bit side on there, and then I won an F1 race, F1 race, one go-karting. I've got a Lego crane, so hopefully I'm going to get rid of the Porsche, I think, because it's too big, and I've got my Apollo 11 Lego to build, so I'm going to put that up there at some point. But yes, I will buy another shelf, Pete, to put many of my ornaments. Thank you very much for the £20, very kind of you, sir. Let's have a look here. Last night V1 streamed it. Engine start sounds so bad that I'm wondering, are the devs deaf? Yes, you'll all be revealed here. Yes, I did hear that V1 streamed it out, but I did install it at the same time, but I always like to try it out first. I don't like streaming blind, not looking like I don't know what I'm doing. So, as I said, I've done a test sector for this stream, and I've done some general handling too. Right, gear extension door, we'll check that's closed. Check all the circuit breakers are in, which they are up here. Black airspeed warning test. I do like these clicky sounds. Stall warning test as well. That sounds like the machine gun from a Sop of Camel.
40.
There we are,
30,
sounding very, very good.
20.
Excellent.
10.
Thank you very much indeed, whoever that was. Circuit breakers in there. Cheers, Hasso Basso for the €2.
We have an early bird, no pun intended.
No early bird. Yes, I am an early bird up in the morning, but I'm not flicking any birds. Thank you very much, Hasso Basso, for your €2. Very, very generous. Yes, very early in the morning as well. So 9 o'clock in the morning, up before that. But I got the stream all set up yesterday, all ready to go there as well. Nightbot keeps muting Ryan. Can you check it? Says Domino Mosina. Let me have a look here. Oh, I have no idea why it's doing that, Ryan. Let me see if is it your name maybe that's tripping it? I'll have a look there on Nightbot. I won't have time to do it now, but Ryan, sorry you keep getting blacked out there. I have no idea why. Luke as well, thank you very much for the $8 from Australia. Very, very generous of you.
It's funny how my truck weighs 83 tons and a 737 is lighter. I wish my truck could fly. It's
Brilliant.
nice to see you live again, my friend.
Thank you very much, Luke. Live, I'm guessing it's trying to say there. Very generous of you. Thanks for the $8. Yes, I mean, an empty 737, 42, 43 tons, fully loaded. Well, I don't know about the 300, but we could lift 75 tons fully loaded. And there you are. You're bumbling along in your truck weighing a lot more than that. But yeah, an actual aeroplane is very, very light when you think about it, which is good. Saves fuel. So thank you very much for your donation coming in from Australia. They're very generous indeed. Right, we did all that, excellent. Let me have a look at the ATC situation. No events here, there's no one online, so we'll just get the METAR for the weather. So latest weather conditions, we've got London Heathrow, winds from the east, broken clouds 18 degrees, QNH is 1012, so we'll set that here. Again, the animations here are really nice. Like when you set everything, the needles move very smoothly. I do like that. The cockpit does look very nice in here as well. It's a very busy cockpit, the Classic. This used to be instruments just sort of everywhere. There's the standby altimeter. So that's set. There's no FFRA. So what we'll do is we'll just hide the control column for now. We'll start loading the flight management computer. So I managed to get the latest air rack installed with a little bit of fiddling around, but it's all updated. There it is. That expires on the 5th of October 2023. Position, we have Echo Golf Lima Lima, and we're putting in GPS left, and we're going to Edinburgh Echo Golf Papa Hotel. Call sign today is, no, it's not Alpaca, it's is it BAW Speedbird? Well, that's what I've logged on that with. BAW 73 X-ray Golf. Departures. We are departing from 9 right. Correct me if I'm wrong. I was looking on flight radar. 9 right today, and it's an Ultip 1 Juliet departure from Ultip. There's lovely green retro FMC here from Ultip Tango 420 to Trent. Up November 57 to Pole. Upper November 601 to INPIP. It's the INPIP 1 Echo. So Edinburgh arrivals, ILS Series 6, INPIP 1 Echo. I'll select the teletransition, but I do want to modify that so we can activate the flight plan and execute. And I'm just going to go here to the legs page because I just want to go from INPIP from Tartan direct to this waypoint here. There we are, execute. Now, if I select plan, now they do have because the EFIS panel's down here on the Classic, I do love this little feature they have. So basically, if you select plan, look, it brings the EFIS, the ND up here on a small screen. I really like this feature, so you can actually fiddle with the EFIS while seeing the ND. I am a fan of that. And as soon as you look up, look, it disappears. So that's an awesome feature. But yeah, whilst you're in the real aircraft, whilst aligning, you can view the routing on the plan mode, but it seems here in the IXEG you have to wait until the alignment's complete until you can see any routing information. So we'll flick through that as soon as that's done. Yes, SH, yes. Right, do you want me to change? I have to refile the flight. I'm just going to go with Speedbird BAW. I'm going to get corrected so many times here. Ryan, I am so sorry your messages get timed out. I have no idea. Ryan, I don't know, but I'm sure I have it coming. Probably knows I have work to do tomorrow. I am seeing your comments, but I don't know why Nightbot keeps clicking them out. And you know, I'd have to log into Nightbot, you know, find out what. I don't even know why it's kicking you out there. I don't know if it's your surname's triggering you something or something like that. But I'll look into it after the stream. Leave a comment in the video. And then I'll look into it there as well. Sorry that it's doing that. I have had that happen before in the past with certain people there. So yeah, FMC's loaded in that respect. So index performance 0 which I had to put in manually. Reserves for our alternate is Glasgow. We need 2.1 tons. Flight time's only about 55 minutes today as well, but we'll get up to 34,000 feet on the way, and you can see here the pressurization is a little more archaic. You've got a little bit more to think about here, so I've set that here. You then need to look at this table. 34,000 feet, cabin altitude of 6,800, which I've set. The elevation as well. Make sure, and please remind me before I take off to move this switch to flight. Again, Not on the NG here, but it was on the 200s. And if you don't do that, you won't pressurise properly. We'll put the average wind in here, which is 186 at 25. Top of climb ice is 0. Transition altitude will set. I've got no performance data, so what we'll do, we'll go 18.5 D rates with no assumed temperature. I did that yesterday, worked out very nicely. Takeoff, flap 5. Trim, based off the CG of 22%, is 4.2 units, which we can set here. Wrong way. Trim moves very slowly. And the V-speeds are 24, 26, 36. Now, I did have issues with the VREF on approach yesterday with the speeds, but they seem to have fixed itself now. The appropriate VREF has been set now. So there we are, that's all done. V2 on the MCP. Overhead panel then, yaw damper on. Nav transfer display switches are normal auto. Fuel, check the crossfeed valve. You have to sort of drag and rotate and pull the mouse to make rotary switches move, which is okay. Fuel pumps on, no fuel in the centre pump. Galleys on. We have additional gauges here, so we've got one for the oil temperature of the IDG oil, I think that is. AC amps from the engines, I guess. APU AC amps as well. Up here you can see that the battery's fully charged, so it's not charging or discharging. But what I quite like, look, if we start the APU, what the APU does, it draws a lot of power from the battery. Oh, it is a bit fiddly, this. There we are. I think I've managed to get it started. So watch this, you'll see when it starts powering up the APU, you get low oil pressure. Hasn't started yet, I don't think. There it goes. Oh, is it not? Why is it not doing it now? You can sort of see it. Oh, hold on. It helps if I select maybe battery. There you are. Look, the gauge has got off the. So you can see how I was a bit slow there, but if I was on battery, you can see the battery discharging as the load increases, and now it's sort of charging again. Now the APU starts finished. Anyway, we'll put that on the bus. There we are. Looking all good here. Window heat is on. Perfect. We'll close the forward entry door shortly. This is on the 700, this air conditioning system. So it has no trim air system. Basically, I think it distributes air straight from the packs into each respective zone. It only has 2 zones, whereas the NG has 3 zones with trim air to control the temperature. This one's a little bit more simpler. I think it's just pack temperature. So I'll just put it into auto. Packs go to auto. Open, we'll turn on the APU bleed. You can notice, there's little touches they've done which are nice. The door's open, so you'll notice that the cabin climb doesn't change, but if the doors are all closed and you do this, you do feel your ears pop and you get a slight dink in the cabin climb because the aircraft's pressurised, or slightly pressurised. So I think if I close the door, let's see what happens. So we'll close the door now, see if it bumps the pressure. Probably not now, it's all running. Yeah, look, see that? That's really cool. So now the door's closed, we've got APU bleed being forced into the aeroplane, and the only hole now is the little outflow valve of the aeroplane. You get this little slight pressure bump. Same in the NG. So you can see a little movement in the needle. That's pretty cool that they've modelled that. Now I cannot get the wiper to work. I've rotated it. I get a little rotary gauge symbol, but nothing's happening. So if it's raining on approach, good luck trying to see out the window. I don't know if it's a bug or I'm doing something stupid, but these ones work with the nose, but the wiper I can't work. I don't know if it's broken or something. Anyway, 5,000 feet's the stop altitude on this SID, I believe. Just quickly check the chart. I have got Navigraph open, but sometimes it's just easier to check this. Oh, beg my pardon, 6,000 feet. 9 right, heading 089. No wipers, refund it. I'm sure they worked on the older version. Wiper is a bug, okay. So I guess they know about that then. So I've just set the runway heading, and of course it's to this first. Flight director's on. This is all looking good down here. Everything is expected, so order brake to RTO. We have sufficient oil quantity for the sector. Looks like the oil line has just been completed. Oil temperature is obviously going to be low. Temperature 17.9 degrees. Tube can have legs. It seems to have a working weather radar, which is really, really nice. We'll have a look at that later. And nav aids for departure. let's just have a look at the SID here. So, like most UK airports, they have conventional SID still. So 9 right, climb straight ahead 2 miles from the London VOR, so 13.6 will make that active. Perfect, 13.6, you can select this to nav and listen in, see if it's the correct nav aid. If it will work. There we are. There we are, so that's Lima Oscar November, but do you get the nav aids? No, you don't get the idents on here, I don't think. So you'd have to do it all manually. So we're going to climb straight ahead, 2 miles from London, left turn 050, intercept the VOR, radial 070, so I'll put 070 on my side as a backup. And then we're going to go all the way till 10 miles from London, then we'll intercept the big in VOR, 15.1, so Jim can have that his side. Outbound 329 course, so 329. 329. Excellent, so that's all backed up, that's the SID, it's in the FMC as well. Intercept 070, the Juliet point, that's 10 miles, there's the track 329. And all the altitudes are in the FMC. So yeah, it's looking good. See, it says flight level 60, we want an altitude, so I'm just going to update the transition altitude to this. Yeah, change to 6 hours. Working very, very nicely. Turn on the recirc fan, thank you. The air conditioning system is very loud, which is true to the real aircraft, to be fair, but you can control the sounds here. You can go left here. Just quieten it down slightly, just for the stream. There we are. Save. Yeah, unfortunately, I think it has its own separate sound pack, so look, none of this controls the volume, so I have to use that little menu there. Excellent, right, let's have a look outside. Well, the guy's gone off the stand, it's looking quite quiet here. So I'm just going to brief the taxi for you. Pushback, facing South Charlie. Oh no, wrong terminal there. Wait, I've got the wrong taxi charts here. Maybe it'll be easier if I just use the navigraph on. But we're on Terminal 5 Alpha. Onto Alpha. Is it Dasso? Yes, Dasso Alpha Yankee. I'll head over there anyway to 9 right. There's no ETC, and I've already briefed the SID there. Very short taxi for us today. Right then, let's have a little look here and chat before we get started. Google is stupid. There is X-Men 11 version. It's okay. Level of tow list, no CG calculation, I can have a conversation. Megabyte says, seen a lot of people fly this so different, you're the best one I've seen. Well, thank you, Megabyte Gaming. We've moved less than 1 inch. I hope I know what I'm doing, seeing I've flown its older or newer variant for the last 12 years. Thank you very much, Alfie. 50 months as a member, that's an incredible duration of time. It's over 4 years as a member, Alfie. Oh my goodness me. In fact, do you know how many stars? You've got 4 stars on your alpaca. Thank you so much for supporting me for over 4 years. Good morning, I'm out working, checking the targets at the shooting ground. Amazing, Alfie. Thank you very much. I'm not going to get my medal down because it reveals my shooting ground. But yeah, I was hoping to go today, but I've got a lot on after this stream, going out later. And then members of the channel, as of which you are, Alfie. Don't forget we've got the members stream later on as well this evening too. So 2 streams in 1 day for me. Hello, Jack. Look who's just walked in. We have to obviously reveal who has just appeared. There we are. Where are you? There you are. Hey, buddy. You okay? Oh, he's only looking up at me. There we go. Hello. Are you looking up at Daddy? Are you looking at me? Are you looking at me? Talk about shooting. There's all my shotgun cartridges living under my desk. I need to put them away there. I've got some Ely Superbs, 7.5s. Excellent. Let's put you back up there. Not Jack, the yoke cam. And I think we best do some flying. So, no ATC still. I'll just make sure I'm over on Unicom here. There we are. I don't think I need to reveal that I'm pushing back, but I shall do so now. Oh, as a shuttle call sign, I feel oh so bad for time flying as Speedbird Airlines or BA Mainline. Pre-planned pushback. We'll just have to wait for this guy to get on out the way. And we'll face that way.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready.
It's Angry Brian. He hasn't said to show me where to want to go. No, because I've already done it, haven't I? Right, better push
50,
back.
40, 30,
Ground to cockpit.
20,
Please show me where
10.
you want to go.
There he is. Cheers, trying to cast thanks for the donation.
Hey Captain, it's 4:30 AM here in DC.
Amazing.
Glad to catch you live.
That's so
Happy
early.
60th to the Beach Boys Surfer Girl album.
Well, there you go.
Been up all night with old friends. Hope you are settled in your new place. Cheers, Reese.
Thank you very
Round
much,
the cockpit.
Stratocast.
So is driving up.
Very, very generous of you. $10 at 4:30 in the morning in the United States of America, in the capital DC, and you've been out having a good old time. Thank you very much. I'd love to play some Beach Boys, but YouTube will knock this video off the interweb if I was to do such a thing. But thank you very much indeed for your donation and for to popping in during this stream with your blurry eyes. Seems to be tired there. Kanabaki, thank you very much for the €2.50. I always remember you and your motorbike.
This thing has more gauges than my motorbike. Smiley face.
Sorry, what was that? Microsoft had a motorbike. Brilliant. Thank you very much for Canop Key. As soon as I saw your name up here, it reminded me of the stream where we had your motorbike in the cargo hold and we landed a little firmly and your motorbike got toppled over. I can't remember. Thank you very much. Yes, this is a proper steam train. This is. I mean.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
They put some CRT monitors in it, but apart from that, this is very, very old school. Right, Angry Brian's got anything connected down there. Thank you very much as well, Colin, for your donation. Very generous of you, sir. Let's now kill the GPU, so I have to push the attend button. There we are. GPU's now off. You can see that the power decreasing. Put this over to standby power, which is where it usually lives. Perfect. Don't tail strike like V1 did, or will giggle. Did he have a tail strike? Oh dear. How Sebastian, did you check the CG? It can be tricky sometimes with this thing. I did test sector yesterday. Seemed okay.
Connected and
I made sure it was
bypass pin
set.
inserted. Release parking brake.
Did V1 forget to set the trim then? 4.2 units. Yeah, mistrimmed aeroplane will easily cause a tail strike. It needs to be set. We'll see how we get on. Right, let's get someone else here. Packs off. Anti-collision light is on. Parking brake set transponder to out off. No, they don't have out off. I'll just turn it on. Right, yeah, this sounds good. No, it's gone quieter. Let me just check behind me. Just waiting for the Czech Airlines to taxi out. As soon as he's clear, we will start our pushback here. Oh, look, it's a Concorde here. Oh, I do need to fly the Concorde, don't we? A few alpacas have spawned. Not bad, is it, for a stock scenery? Look at this. Stock scenery. Every stand matches. They even have the named hold points, and it sits beautifully on Orbux True Earth. It's a shame it's raining today, because taking off on 09 Heathrow, we go straight towards London, so we'll see what we can see. Oh, okay, yeah, for CG, you have to put the CG that's on default weight balance. Ah, okay, thank you. I presumed it set it for me. Does it come up on this page, or do I have to go back into the menu? Careful here, I don't want to change anything silly. Ah, 19.6, thank you very much for that. 4.4, well, it's should be no different. About there now. Perfect. Hello Aaron, it's on gate 503, hope you're doing well. Hope you're joining us on this sector. Will you move that Czech Airlines Airbus, sir? Oh, we've got an MD-11 here as well. Oh, Andy, you're going to Prague or Zagreb, excellent. Orbux True Earth in X-Plane 12 causes a lot of stutters on my system, can't wait for them to make it compatible. Ah, that... It's been generally okay on my system, but not perfect. Maybe I'll just use Ortho then, but I downloaded it all yesterday. Thanks. Don't forget to connect the jetway. Disconnect the jetway. Thank you. That is a high-speed jetway removal. The amount of Concords has about to skyrocketed since release of the FS Labs Concorde. Looking forward to it in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Very cool. There he goes. Perfect. So, all we need to do is release parking brake to satisfy Angry Brian.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Off we go. 7 minutes late. Right, are you ready for these terrific engine starts, engine start sounds, ladies and gentlemen? They are terrible, and the engine start, it's quicker. It's like a Cessna 150. just goes up. Razin Zaki, thanks for the 2 months. Nothing beats Gen Nav with a side of Flight Deck Sim stream. Loving the streams as always. Thank you very much for your donation and for your membership and your continued support for 2 months. Very, very kind, Razin. Good luck with your ground school studies. Right, here we go then. Starting engine number 2. This is hilarious. Wait for it. Have I forgotten to do something? Oh yeah. What on earth? Right, and then wait for 25%. When you put the fuel in, watch how quickly it starts. Boom! You have an engine. EGT. If I saw EGT rising like that, I'd be putting the cutout, starting to cut out. There we are. So from fuel in to stabilised in 5 seconds, they need to look at that. Is that a V6? Someone said. Oh dear, they had that with the original, right? The good news is, outside the sounds are actually quite good. So if I start engine number 1 here, the external sounds are much better. It is a timeless livery, the British Airways livery, isn't it? Yeah.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Right, parking brake set. Now, if I jump outside,
Disconnecting tow.
although it starts
Standby.
quickly, it sounds good. Cheers, Brian. Jesus Christ. Oh, London's online. 34125. I did load up some extra. Load up some extra taxi fuel for this flight, so we can sit here for a short while. Speedbird, Concorde Air, timeless as well. What did I want to show you? My flight plan.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed.
Oh no, I only put 15 minutes
on the
taxi
right.
fuel. That's
We'll
fine.
see you next time and have a safe flight.
Well, hopefully we won't be sat around a huge amount because I only took standard fuel. Right, we'll do the before taxi flight.
And the score for you will be when it eventually loads 5460. Get to JFK, confirm 5G departure.
It's all set, flaps to 5. It's like they use the default flap sounds, you know, it's like, come on.
The QH Heathrow 1012 call ready. QH 1012 and we'll call ready.
Flight controls, forward, back,
And London Control,
left,
good morning.
right, and left and right.
Come online.
Recall, and then we complete the before taxi check. That's Andy, one of our members, going positioning for the group flight later.
Holding position, Bettling 1 Juliet, departure 0753 on the squawk for Alpaca 9 off Kilo.
Oh, they've got oh no, it's Gatwick Tower.
A-Friend, sir.
Alpaca 9 Alpha Kilo, thanks. Flying November 7, line up on wait to runway 09 right.
And up on wait 09 right, Alpaca 9 off Kilo.
Yeah, Heathrow, hello, it's Speedbird 73 X-Ray Golf, just finished pushback from stand 508 on taxiway Alpha, ready to copy to clearance to Edinburgh, please.
73 X-Ray Golf, clearance is Edinburgh, Altip 1 Juliet, off 09 right, initial climb 6000, squawk 7015.
Cleared to Edinburgh on the Altip 1 Julio, and off 09 right, 6,000 feet, squawk 7015, Speedbird 73 X-Ray Golf, and request taxi.
73 X-Ray Golf, just get the squawk on and then I'll call you for taxi.
Perfect, I've double tapped that, 0015, and we've got the SID briefed in there, and 6,000 feet set on the MCP. Edinburgh. Were you able to bind toga button to your throttle? It's on my... on my thrust here, this button here. But yeah, I have different profiles for different aircraft and X-planes. So if I go here quickly, you see here IXEG that I have one for the MD-11, the Q400, IXEG, and user profiles like default Zebo. Did I say at 1 Julio? Oh, the FT Sim sound pack is compatible-ish. I'll wait for a proper update then before I use the sound pack. There was a great free one available for the IXEG on Facebook.
Good morning, London.
Oh, no, this is a London controller doing everything. I thought it was Heathrow for a second. His workload will be high.
Pivot 73 X-ray Golf, Alpha hold November Bravo 10.
Alpha November Bravo 10, Speedbird 73 X-ray Golf.
Station taxiing on Bravo at Heathrow, sorry, say again the call sign.
Where's November Bravo 10? I don't know Heathrow.
Link 51, hold at November Bravo 8.
November Bravo 10, where's that?
Turkish 4 November Yankee.
I do not like Navigraph charts, or the not Navigraph, Jefferson charts.
5015 QNH 1012.
Can you repeat the squawk for Turkish 4 November Yankee?
7012.
It's the whole point. Ah, November Bravo 10. It's a straight line. It's a straight line. Thank you. My brake released. Turn off taxi. Let's do a quick config check. So the actual engine start and engine running sounds are actually quite good. It's just that start.
Direct the Ryanair inbound to Luton, call London 132.6. 132.6 behind.
So it's not on these. So it's not on these charts here. It's not very clear. Cheers, Angry Brian.
Round the cockpit. You scratched my tongue. Come back to stand immediately so we can exchange insurance details.
Cheers, Angry Brian. Thank you very much for the £5. Very, very generous of you. Sorry, I scratched your tongue. You know, is that why you're so angry? Someone scratched your tongue once? To just push back everyone with so much angst? Thank you very much, whoever you are. Very, very kind of you. I can't believe at 9:45 in the morning, you've got 340 people watching the stream. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. Hope you're doing well. Enjoying this early morning stream of your breakfast. Be sure to smash the thumbs up button. Appreciate it.
Delete Romeo, good morning. Clearance is Edinburgh. Altitud 1 Juliet off 9 right. Initial climb 6000. Score 1144.
Weird little artifact there. What's that thing floating in the sky? I've actually flown on a British Airways 737, I think it was 400, when I was about 15, 16 years old. I went from Gatwick to Pisa on a school trip.
47 Tango Foxtrot, climb flight level 180.
I best did a before takeoff checks. Config we checked, flaps we have 5 green lights, stab trim. Yeah, it's 4.4 units. Set, takeoff briefing. We've got Pax Auto, bleeds on, V-speed set for departure. 24, 26, 36 set on the MCP. The departure is the Altitud 1 Juliet, climbing straight ahead, and then we're going to fly outbound. Excuse me, after 2 miles, 070 outbound until 10 miles from the VR. Left turn on the big and radial, 329. So Altitud, climb 6,000 feet, NADP2, and that's it. We'll climb to MSA. If there's any problems, reviewed. Imagine the cabin secure, checks complete. November Bravo 10. Oh, busy airport here, look at this. He's got a long flight back to Japan. I often commute on that air, very flights.
So
you got 2 whole points, Cat 2, Cat 3, but we can use November Bravo 10.
Back at 9 Alpha Kilo, report your passing level, climb now, flight level 130.
Passing 3,100.
Oh, thank you very much, board. Set that weird pressurization switch to flight. Thank you. I don't know at what point they do that, but we'll do it now. Look, you can see it starts pressurizing. Look.
Runway 209 right, surface wind 060 degrees, 11 knots, clear takeoff.
Excuse me.
Sorry, it's my mistake.
Does IXEG have non-default volumetric weather radar? I don't know if it's a separate thing they've got going on. It seems to be working really nicely. I'll turn it on now. And then we'll select weather on and airports on the
Sorry, call the tower now, 1185.
Tower's online now.
Thank you. Anybody on stand at Heathrow, or in fact actually everybody else except Shuttle 8 Golf, you can call the tower now 118.5.
Tower 118.505, speed of 73 X-ray Golf. Bye. It could be shuttle. And because I've still not set up my radio tuning panel properly, I'm going to have to use...
Bye-bye.
Oh god, it's one of these funky funky radios. Oh, hold on, 118505. There we are. Heathrow Tower, hello, it's Speedbird 73 X-ray Golf, holding at November Bravo 1009, right, ready for departure.
Speedbird 73 X-ray Golf, is now just come on, so over your turn, line up runway 09 right.
Line up 09 right, Speedbird 73 X-ray Golf. Perfect. So, clear to line up and wait.
Heathrow Tower, good day, Turkish for
strobes on.
It's for November, Heathrow Tower, thank you, good morning to you.
So, yeah, LNAV didn't work yesterday, but it did at 400 feet, so we'll do it then. So, MCP is set. Transponder.
Shuttle 8 from Heathrow Tower, hello.
Blocking freezing. TARA, strobe lights are on, holding on takeoff clearance.
Speedbird 145 kilo, Heathrow Tower, you okay? 145 kilo, are you with me?
145 kilo, sorry, I came up
Perfect.
to now.
That's a bit stuttery. Otherwise, okay.
Bravo, stand 523.
Ooh. Oh, it's the opposite in taxiing to the PMDG. It's like very sensitive. There's a lot of creaking sounds. Sounds like my back in the morning. There we are.
Cool. 111, Heathrow, good morning. Line up runway 09 right. This caution is section departure.
Officially with the departure, we'll line up behind. Speedbird call 111.
73 X-ray Golf, runway 09 right. Clear takeoff, wind 06 degrees, 11 knots.
Alright, cleared takeoff. Speedbird 73 X-ray Golf. Cleared for takeoff, ladies and gentlemen. Yoke cab is coming on. Timing is down here. Sounds good actually. 40% stabilised. Set takeoff thrust. You've got to match the thrusting, but there we are. Takeoff thrust set. It's a bit slow, but I think it's almost there. Indications normal. It's creaking away. $80 knots checked. Release forward pressure. I'm just going to match those up. This is contact the throttle hold. V1, rotate. Good. Oh yeah, I don't like that rotation. It feels a bit funny. Right, well, not the seatbelt like anyway. Front ready climb, gears up. It's nice the trim though. It seemed to want to snap up. I held the pressure, and then at around sort of 4 or 5 degrees, it just sped up really quickly. The rotation rate. Oh no. There's there's London in the distance on the nose.
Speedbird 79 X-ray Golf contact London Control 134. Decimal 125. Goodbye.
134125 Speedbird 73 X-ray Golf. X-ray T, say bye. Plug up. It's a bit stuttery, but we are sort of getting it done. I've just bugged 210 because I don't know what the upspeed is. Nor do I know what the flap retraction speeds are, because they don't come up on the PFD for the 300. Flap 1. Oh, what happened to the flight director? The flight director just did a bit of a interesting thing. Trim nose down. We are accelerating though. Don't need engine anti-ice on. Flaps up. Well, there I am. Well, the flyby sounds alright. Better jump back in the cockpit here. London, hello again. Speedbird 73 X-ray Golf on the Altip 1 Juliet, passing 3,000 for 6,000 feet. Squawk then climb now, flight level 140, Speedbird 73 X-ray Golf. So it does fly quite nicely. Although I don't know why the flight directors are commanding 229 knots, even though I've bugged a slower speed. But anyway, we're just going to command VNAV. I need to climb 140. Ah! It's trimming a lot. Delete restriction. Execute, squawk ident, trying to do everything at once. There we are. Set standard, 1013. There we are, passing 5-8 for flight level 140 after takeoff checklist. Gears off, auto brakes off, start switches off, taxi light, retracts and come off. Air conditioning and pressurization, 2.5, climbing. Air conditioning pressurization all set. Standard set now, 3 times, passing 7-1, flight level 140 after takeoff checks complete. We're on the left turn now to intercept.
Reporting clear level to London, 132.6 to run.
132.6 cleared level, Speedbird 73 X-ray Golf. Morning, thanks ATC, bye.
Nothing further, monitor unit on 122.
So you can see it's flying outbound on that radial, and I think Jim is still going old school here, so look, you can see the HSI lining up nicely. Yeah, it's good. Sounds good.
Thanks very much, have a good one.
London, hello, Speedbird 73 X-ray Golf on the Altip 1 Juliet, climb flight level 140.
Speedbird 73 X-ray Golf, London, Roger, climb flight level 190 and report your requested level.
Climb flight level 190, request flight level 340 please, Speedbird 73 X-ray Golf. It's climbing well, because it's quite light, I think it's about 90 passengers, or the same as. There we are, passing 104, flight level 340. Keeping on packet call sides. Let's do the pre-cruise checks. It's a bit aggressive in pitch there to get up to speed. It's all changing quickly. Overall, it's okay. How's the sound, guys? Is it a tad too loud, or is it?
Ryan 36 Charlie Zulu, route direct Zidil, when ready, descend
Do
flight
it
level
all the way in here
310.
to change the sound. It's a little better, I think.
Route direct
Yes, do the
Zidil,
pre-cruise
when
check. So
ready,
fuel,
flight
4
level
pumps,
310, Ryan 36 Charlie Zulu.
lights, logo. APUs off, pressurization 4.0, climbing, set. Seatbelts, recall, jets complete. Yeah, apart from the engine start sound, the sounds are pretty good. Nice little whine from the CFM. Shame that XPU IPC isn't compatible, so there's no flight information for you, unfortunately. Otherwise,
Delta Alpha Kilo Mike Sierra London.
all good. Just about to fly overhead Luton, bit of turbulence here. Just taking the seatbelt sign off. You can hear the creaking. Ah! But the animation of the gauges here is really nice. Like they look like they're 3D. But it feels like we're breaking up.
Speed at 73 X-ray Golf, route direct Ubevi, climb flight level 340.
Route direct Ubevi and climb flight level 340, Speedbird 73 X-ray Golf. Where's Ubevi? Is that a different? Forget to confirm that point. What was I going to do? 340, yes. Set on the overhead panel, MCP, and the FMC. Speedbird 73 X-ray Golf, sorry, could you just spell the point?
Yeah, Ubevi, Alpha Bravo Echo Victor India.
A bevy, thanks, Speedbird 73 X-ray Golf. flight plan, or is it? There it is. What a shortcut. But that's quite common in sort of quieter periods of time. Executes 193 miles. It's like doing a night flight in the UK. You always get sort of takeoff, get a direct to sort of the star. There we are. B3NJ. Do I want to read this in full? I don't know. When do you get a chance to tell me what command you use to bind the token with? Yes. I think it's the default token command. I don't think I've changed it. The 788. Well, remind me at the end. At the end of the stream when I'm sort of saying goodbye, please tell me to go to the menu and I'll try to remember. If I forget, just leave it in the comments section and I'll get back to you. Yeah, now we're flying away quite nicely. ETA is 10:05 Zulu. That's the full arrival in as well. Vince, thanks for the 22 months. Good day, Captain. Thanks for streaming at such an Oz-friendly time. Yes, of course. I mean, I got up this morning because it's sort of the earliest time I can stream. So it's literally my first day off today. First thing in the morning. I want to do it later. But of course, this sort of time is great for Australia, New Zealand, as well as everyone in Europe if they're not at work or doing anything. So you're most welcome. And you've spent 22 months, remember. Do you fancy trying some flying doctor missions when the SWS PC-12 is released? I'll have a look into that. That sounds like a good idea.
Carry away only, check your microphone, brake, Ryanair 6 November Juliet, via Lima 1, runway 04, cleared for
Malaysian Aviator, how often do you do visual approaches on the line? Really depends on the airport. Really depends on the airport. Something like Heathrow, Madrid, Barcelona, you request a visual approach, they're going to tell you to... well, I won't repeat what they're going to tell you to do. But places which are quieter, weather's good. So Canary Islands, Tenerife, Lanzarote. I quite often like doing visual approaches onto 03 and Lanzarote onto a 5-6 mile final. Works out quite nicely. But yeah, I'd say maybe once a month. It really depends on where you're flying. Lauren and I work at centre alone, and I will just give you direct to the furthest point I can, often hundreds of miles out of my airspace. I've got a picture somewhere, Lauren. I took off once from the UK, and I was going to is it Latvia or Poland or somewhere. As soon as we got to around 20,000 feet, we got direct to a 10-mile final. The distance was over 700 miles on the ND, but it was just that sector. In Europe, I don't know how it works in the US, but in Europe the centres often coordinate with each other to ensure to save fuel, to try and get shortcuts when you can. Just realised I've still got reduced climb. In the NG, this defaults to full climb at 15,000 feet, so I'm not sure if that's just a classic thing, but we can delete that. There we are, full climb. It's the same anyway. Climbing well anyway. The performance looks great, like the pitch power, what the aircraft's giving me for the thrust, and it's what I'd expect. Who Chum says, when during the approach is the earliest the line pilot can hand fly? Well, it's not during the approach, it's based off an altitude, so we can actually hand fly below 24,500 feet if we so wish, but it is not to be done if it's a busy TMA, so London, forget about it, thunderstorms, conditions which would increase your workload to the point where it would actually sort of deter and cause potential errors. It's all about making common sense decisions. We all like to hand fly where we can, and I do to practice. But it's where appropriate. Thanks, John. Hope you're doing well. Good morning. Good evening to you as well. Hope you're doing well. Will you grow a moustache again? I gave up on mine. No, I don't think my girlfriend would appreciate me growing a moustache. She took a picture of it once and said, "Oh my god." I liked it personally. No moustache. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be when I grew it though.
Target 9 Yankee Roger, maximum level to Amsterdam is 210, so I'll just amend that. But otherwise you're cleared to Amsterdam, Clacton 50 departure, and your score 7017. Yankee, correct. Break, Ryder 6, November Juliet, to climb now, flight level 170.
So let me just zoom out here on the ND slightly. Is it? Coxie. So there's East Midlands, Echo Golf November X-ray. We'll have Coventry and Birmingham over there. Unfortunately, it's completely overcast. You can't see anything. All that Orbex True Earth spent the entire night downloading and installing. It was in vain. I hope their sound improves. Well, it is good, but it's a shame it doesn't use the default volume controls. I have to go into the menu to control them.
G1, Echo Charlie, Nano Control, hello there. Turn right heading 120 degrees and climb flight level 290. Right 120 and climb 290 for a J1
Excuse me.
240 and report your requested cruise.
Gauges are really nice, and they've some add-ons. These are not smooth at all. They're very sort of jittery, but it's really nice. I like the little vibrations as well. Crank angle 10 degrees. Yeah, FMOD sounds are on the roadmap, good. And FMOD sounds, does that work with the default X-Plane volume controls? I mean, right now, it's a good add-on. It always has been a good add-on. It's good now. You'll see in Descent VNAV's a bit funky. It does some funny things. And I cannot get Descent speed restriction as well. If you guys... I can get the winds in, but I cannot get information into this box here. I've tried every 250 by 100, 250 by 10,000. It doesn't seem to accept it. That means it doesn't slow down at 10,000 feet. So, if there's anything that you know I can do to make that work, that would be great. But otherwise, look, it's climbing up here nicely. Obviously, as we climb, the air becomes less dense. The performance is appropriate for our gross weight. It's good. We're doing Mach decimal 7.3. Our planned cruise Mach number is 7.25, so it's looking good.
Is it just my end that I've got stuck mic? I'm using this different audio program for the first time. Yeah, it's just really hard.
Someone's got a stuck mic.
Yeah, that's all mine, so. Yeah, I think it's a temporary bug, so it's sorted itself out. Shuttle Romeo, continue to climb, level 2.
Mega, which 737 do you fly? I fly the NG and Max. Gravy overload, were any of your flights affected by the NATS failure the other week? I was quite lucky. I did sort of get caught up in it. So I actually was out of base that day. Landed very, very early on the morning on the day, sort of 2 o'clock in the morning. And I wish realised the one to go course at 300 feet. I wish they could change that option to 900. I think some options are 300. So I got back out of base 3 o'clock in the morning. I was then ground transport 12 hours later from the hotel, so 3 o'clock I drove home. And when I got back, they asked if I could operate a short domestic flight because of all the knock-on effects, and I was within my duty time, so I was like, oh, okay. And then just about to leave the airport, then they cancelled the flight, so I was quite lucky. But yeah, some of my colleagues had really awful days, really long days, and I know there's only a few people here watching, but if you ever get yourselves into one of these situations where, you know, it is extremely frustrating as a passenger, I can really empathise, and I do understand the frustration, especially if you've got kids, family and everything with you, but I promise you, all airlines are doing everything they can within their power to get you home. 122.8 shuttle 73 X-ray Golf. Bye. I'm just going to change my call sign to shuttle. Oh, that's better. So yeah, I had one of my friends saying that the airline he was flying with is not they're not telling me anything. They just don't tell us any information. It's because the airlines themselves did not know when they could file flights and things like that. You know, the airlines aren't doing this on purpose. They want to get you home for two reasons. One, you've bought a ticket and you've paid to do a service, and two, you know, they don't like delaying flights more than 3 hours because obviously they do have to compensate you. So you know, it's not that they don't know. They just, in these situations, one of my friends all the passengers were on the aircraft for about 4 hours, and they were getting really, I won't repeat the word I want to say, but the airline themselves, they want to get the flight from A to B. They are doing it. The ATC, they're finding a flight plan, but it just throws back a 10-hour slot, you know. And then at a certain point, they've got to decide to cancel the flight. So there's only so much information we're provided, and the airlines actually know themselves. So yeah, we're doing everything we can to sort of get you home, and I was very lucky to do it. But I'm always, as a pilot, try to provide as much information as possible, even if there's a short delay slot of about even 15-20 minutes. You know, brief the crew, I brief the passengers, I tell them an ATC restriction, and this is the planned time of departure, but usually it can change and improve. It's all about keeping everyone in the loop, which is what we always try to do. Anyway, changing the topic, Hasse Bassi, looking forward to the race today. I am. I missed qualifying yesterday. I was gardening most of yesterday, and then I got called. Yeah, Red Bull's out in Q2. Very, very exciting. I'm really looking forward to see what happens. Could this be the end of the... I mean, I'm right in saying, obviously, Max has won 10 in a row, but Red Bull have also... Yeah, Red Bull have won every race this season as well, haven't they? So, yeah, I don't discredit Red Bull. I think they've done a fantastic job. They've got the best car, best driver. But it would be nice for some change. Let's see if the Red Bulls can convert this to a win. The Ferraris can convert this to a win. Shui, thanks for the 40 months. Morning boss, hope you're well. Thanks for the early stream. You made me my workout a lot less painful. You're most welcome, Shui. I hope you've been keeping well. I've not spoken to you recently and stuff. I know you said you've had some things going on, but thank you very much for your 40 months as a member. Take care of yourself, buddy. We'll see you in Discord. Matthew, good morning. Have you had any rugby traffic to the World Cup rugby in Paris, Nice, Marseille? We have, as an airline, obviously, every guy say is independent of that. I think additional flights have been assigned for sectors for the Rugby World Cup from what I've heard, but not that I've flown any of them. Right, 97 miles to run, guys. The weather is looking really nice. Let's have a little look outside. I can't control the volume out here. Yeah, it's locked. No, but there is a little bit of Orbex true earth. Matej, you've put it perfectly. Ferrari's greatest rival is Ferrari itself, as long as they don't do something stupid there. Looking pretty good. Yes, they're becoming a bit of a meme now, aren't they? Which is a shame, but anyway, let's start getting the aircraft set up. So this page here, at 250 below 100, I cannot get it filled in. It just goes invalid entry. 250 below 10,000. It comes up with an execute. If you execute that, this is still blank. It goes a bit weird, so I'm not doing that. It's broken, this here. You cannot put a speed restriction in. So what I'm going to do is just to sort of fix this, I'm actually going to descend at a slower speed, 250 knots. That way I don't have to worry about the decel point. So decimal 73. Oh, well, that's not working either. If I execute it, no. So you can see it's really, really buggy. You can't change the speeds here. Maybe if I change the cost index. Perf. Let me put in 0. No, it's still the same descent speed. Your descent speed should be controlled by the cost index. All I've done there is slow my cruise number down. But unfortunately, that means we're descending at 284 knots. You can't change it, or it's bugged. It just doesn't work. Now the winds, you can put this information in. Whether it's actually using it, I have absolutely no idea. There's only one way to find out, to put it in and see how VNAV behaves. But yeah, unfortunately, once you get below 10,000 feet, it doesn't maintain 250 knots. So let's put the winds in. Oh, and again, in the real aircraft, putting 310, it's cleverer enough to know it's 31,000 feet, not 310 feet, so you've got to put the full whack in here. Again, it could be a thing that was wrong with the Classic, but I doubt it, but it could well be. Remember, I've not flown the 300 before. Now, correct me if I'm right, was this variant called the Classic, or was that the 200? I should know this really, shouldn't I? 196 at 19. Jet to Aviator, trademark. Welcome as a member. Thank you very much for the support. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for becoming a member. I hope you enjoyed the customization chat and the members only Discord. Thank you very much. Right, so I managed to get the wins in. I didn't have to execute those. The Q&H in Edinburgh. I'll just get latest weather conditions. Right, so Heathrow, Edinburgh, it's 10k, broken to 3,000. It's actually a nicer day than Heathrow. So 14 degrees, Q&H is 1016.
Approaching minimums.
No, it won't let me put that in. Let me just put 0/1016. It's a £90 $90 aircraft, and the FMC's just half of the features just don't work. It's a shame. It's a shame. I know they're going to fix it and things like that, but it's nice if they had some of these working with the updated version. Classics, the 34500. Thanks, MG King. Yankee Fox, thanks to the 18 months. Morning, Captain. Hope you are well. Enjoying the Sunday morning stream with a coffee. You're going to need a bigger shelf if you want that Lego Concorde. Yeah, I know it's big, isn't it? I've still got it in the box, but yeah, I will have to get it all set up. Right. Well, whilst I'm getting everything set up behind me, let's. I've got to set up EA Cam for you whilst I'm doing the setup for something else. There you go. Right, I'll do the setup and you can watch that. He's laying behind. That's my girlfriend's desk. His and her office. So that's her desk there. So that's all good. Fixturing's in. Runway 06 landing easterly. 4 miles, 3 times height. We're at 34,000 feet. It's nice up here today. So 4, 3, 6, 9, 102. That's roughly where top of descent should start. So that's all done. The problem is I can't bring up the Navigraph for you on this one. Well, I'll have to bring it up here in Avitab to brief the arrival, so you can watch Jag. Relationship goals. I was gonna put cupboards there and storage, but like, where's my desk going? I was like, okay. So I built all this in IKEA last weekend, and some of you might have seen on my Instagram story. So airports, Echo Golf Papa Hotel. I used to be based here, so not flown here for a while, but I'm reasonably familiar. So we're flying the IMPIP 1 Echo. So firstly, IMPIP flight level 260. So 260 in the FMC. InRev 200, Escato Max 250, Tartan 70 at 230 knots. So this has been coding nicely, and because it's commanding 250 knots at that point there, it should be okay. And let's just go here to plan. Yeah, this is a neat feature with the EFIS. I like that. Just step through these points. So IMPIP, InRev, Escato. We're going to head towards Tartan, and if we get vectors beforehand, hopefully we'll get a shortcut. And I've got the transition for the ILS in. Otherwise, we'll fly this in full. NDB ILS 06. So here it is. It's based off the Tala VOR. We're not flying from Tala. So we've got Tala, 20 miles from Tala. We'll intercept the final 09, and it seems to have slowed down nicely. Look, 1952 30 knots as expected. I'll just put 4,000 feet or above at the centre fix, so it flies some sort of CDA and VNAV. Although I do seem to... Oh, it's vectors for 06 for ATC, great. Well, if we get the shortcut then, I'll manage that. Onto the ILS, down we go. Runway 06. So it's all coded in the FMC correctly. Now we just need to load up the frequency courses and minimums. So let's map back here. Oh yeah, my weather radar tilt's still at +5, that's no good. So -1. If the weather radar is accurate, I'll probably do a tutorial on this then. Bring up the chart again. We've got ILS frequency 108.9. 108.9. Courses are 060. Minimum's 310 feet, so we have to set this on the altimeter. Out there, 310 feet. Now, just so I get a minimum score, I will set this to 200, so it's 200 decision height, that's set. So yeah, vectors, all the transition in. If we get the vectors, bear in mind the MSA to the south is 3,900. We'll be under radar control and set the ILS. And in the event of a missed approach, I'll push toga once. We'll go around flat 15, set going for us. Possibility climb, go up 400 feet. LNAV, tune the ranges to missed approach, and we'll go from there. I just noticed a couple of little pings coming in. I had the alerts muted on the Yoga cam, so I'll let those filter through. Thank you very much for your generosity. So brief the missed approach actions to the missed approach as well. So landing performance. Let's have a look here at the airport. Thank you very much. 0610, we'll plan to vacate at Charlie. That's around 2,000 or 1,900 metres for 06, and then from Charlie taxiing on to stand. I have no performance data, but we'll go to the FMC here. We currently have 3.2 on board, and we are arriving with... where's my arrival fuel? I don't know. I'd say we're going to burn about 600 kilos between now and top of descent. So landing weight will be about 45, very light actually, 45.5. Flat 30, order brake. Let's go order brake 2, vacating Charlie with second lieutenant first. And then we'll taxi on to stand. Thank you. Thank you, Hayden. Yeah, I think because I was on the other screen, I'll have to just give the feeder a bit of time to catch up there, but thank you very much, Hayden, for the £5. Says good morning, Flight Sim. I'm not at church due to COVID, which is just the sniffles now. Please pet check on our behalf. What a lovely dog. Oh, thank you very much. I'll be sure to pet him. He's in the back there, relaxing and resting. But thank you very much for your donation. Sorry I couldn't make it to church today, and I hope you are keeping well. Thank you very much as well, Martin, for the £5. Flying the other week, pilot said we would need to autoland for technical reasons. Interesting. Was this just a certification but pilot said it poorly? I wouldn't have used the word technical reasons, but yes, automatic landing, sometimes an aircraft can lose its Cat 3 status and get down to Cat 1. I think for its Cat 3 status to be reinstated, it has to have a practice auto land done. So whether he was referring to that, I don't know, but I would not have said anything, because an auto land, you know, it doesn't make any difference for us. However, the cabin crew do at our airline have to make a PA, because when we do an automatic landing, we do require that all electronic devices are switched off. It is not really proven that it affects the auto land status system, but I think 5G in the US, isn't it? So if they found issues with the radio altimeter, there's been restrictions, but I think that might be why. But yes, I wouldn't have chosen those words personally. Anyway, I think we briefed everything. There is a little bit of weather there off the left hand side, but I don't know if we can see it anyway. So looking good so far. I'll bring up Naviraf, we can see where we are. Still got the SIDS up for London. There we are, flown over Manchester, crossing into Scotland now. Not direct, remembered, all the way to was it a bevy? That was it. Just do it to a bevy. I haven't done any fuel checks at all. We seem to have sufficient. 3 tons is what I'd expect. I looked yesterday and it was all good. No, I don't know why the pings have been silenced. There's enough fuel. There is enough fuel. Yes, 3 tons. Didn't take any extra. Let's have a look at a bevy. So bevy, we should be there after 32 minutes. It's going to be 33, so it's a little later. I am flying solo, aren't I? Because I changed the cost to the next 7472. That makes sense then. And we should have 2.7 tons on board. We've got 3, and we should have burned 2 tons. We've burned about 1.8. So yeah, fuel burn in this is pretty good. Right, reset MCP altitude. So approaching top of descent point. Top of descent in chat. And let's go down to our first restriction, which is 260 at IMPIP. So we'll select 260. I'll leave it and we'll let the aircraft descend on its own. And we'll see how VNAV does. Yeah, make sure you turn off Active Sky. I'm not using Active Sky, Weeb, Pierre, Canonson. I'm just using default weather at the moment. Gary says, how much should you hand fly a 737? Well, it's really an amount that's dictated. You can hand fly more if you wish. You can then obviously utilise the automation as well. But in certain conditions, you know, most of us are disconnecting on a typical day around 800, 1,000 feet. And then we engage it typically at the same height as well. When you're doing it every day, if you want to hand fly, some people hand fly a bit longer. It just depends how you're feeling. So yeah, I've noticed on the test sector, it sort of jumps over top of descent. In the NG, it never goes off the path of top of descent to get into established intimate descent here. So it's got itself about 300 feet high, and because it's the old classic, it's got the old VNAV logic, so it will dive for the path now, VNAV path, whereas the NG doesn't do this anymore. But once it's on path, it'll stay there as well. Thank you very much, James. I don't know what's happened to my alert pinger, but I can see that there. Thank you for the $10 there. Did my first full flight in a Zebo yesterday, an A320 earlier this morning. Taking a big step from GA flying that I'm used to. Big thanks to you. Your videos and streams help me gain confidence. Thank you very much, James. You're
50,
most welcome.
40,
Thank you very
30,
much for your $10 donation. Thank you. Is this one? Oh, this is a separate one. Ikri for the £5. Thank you.
You flying a Nigel? Unbelievable. Deal.
Thank you, Ikri, for your donation. We are flying as Nigel today. That's very, very kind of you as well. Hope you're doing well, and I hope your swimming and endurance racing's going well too. I've been looking in Discord and thank you for keeping us posted about that. Thank you indeed. Thank you, James and Ikri, and to the other two donations which didn't pick up from Martin and Hayden. I'm sorry I didn't pick up there. I probably thought it was on the screen, but there we are. Interesting clouds there, explain. There we are in the descent in the 737 300. It is a lovely livery, isn't it, the BA livery? I do actually have an Alpaca Airways livery for this. I just didn't try it to see if it works. Probably works flawlessly. Great exterior model. I've never understood on the classics what this is. They always have this sort of like, it looks like a tulip sprouting from the wing. Yes, the Angular Stratus, brilliant. Don't forget, there's a lot of members here in chat this morning. We're doing a members group flight today.
30,
Be sure to
20,
jump on in
10.
Later. Oh, well, better late than ever, Nightbot. Thanks for the $10 again, James Root. It's going to read out what I said.
Did my first full flight in the Zebo yesterday and an A320 earlier this morning, taking a big step from GA flying that I'm used to. Big thanks to you. Your videos and streams help me gain confidence.
Again, you are most welcome. Thank you very much for your donation there. Again, yeah, we are. So yeah, we got a tad high. That was my bad because I put 260 in pit. The aircraft leveled off. It is good path in this. It works. And now I've set 200 in VNAV path again. It's going to dive for that profile as the classic would. Drag required. That is accurate because I'm a little bit above target speed. Seems to be working well. So in Rev 200, and look, its path is now pitched for this. And it seems to be holding the speed nicely. It's only done the dive because I let it get high, but that's what the real aircraft would do as well. James, 2 for the price of 1. There we are. I read it, and then the bot reads it. Brilliant. So what I'm going to do, just to ensure continuous descent, I'm going to go straight to 70 here at Tartan. And in Rev, let's see, also at Eskdo, make sure it slows down for 250 knots. Now, reassuringly, there is a green dot. These green dots represent the decel point, so it looks quite late, but it should aim to go from our target descent speed. Oh, no, the target descent speed is 250. Interesting. Now it's converted. Oh, it's updated automatically, even though I tried to do it manually. Oh, well, that's great. Well, let's keep an eye on it. So what I'm going to do is just use a bit of speed brake to get back to 250 knots. A little bit of vibration like that. Just reminds you that you've got the speed brake out. be a little bit of engine anti-ice coming on now. Oh, yeah, anyone know where the total air temperature gauge is in the Classic? I found the static air temperature here. But where's the total air temperature gauge? Yeah, the speed brake doesn't seem... Well, actually, it's not, it seems okay. It is slowing down. I'd probably expect a little more. Aaron, I'm watching you, not my aircraft. Almost stalled on takeoff. How embarrassing, don't you, fans? Andy, so my Sunday is flight deck to sim, F1 roast pork dinner, flight deck to sim at bedtime. Oh, that's a pretty good Sunday. So here's the weather radar. This is ground clutter coming in here. So FMC speed. Why has it gone to FMC speed? Why has it not gone retard arm? There we are. I don't know why I went to FMC speed there. Oh, what's the... What? Where are you going, path? Bye-bye. You were perfectly on path and now it's disappeared. It's the bowels of the earth. Well, down we go. Yeah, so it seems to be a little interesting. 0 on the indicator, the standby. Oh dear, have I got a bit of icing? I better put, let me just, I don't know, have I probes on? Probes are on. Yes, well spotted. Or is that a bug? No, oh my god, VNAV, what are you doing? It is just, it's gone berserk look now. I was just praising VNAV. I'll stow the speed brake, but it's going for like 6,000 feet per minute on the path. Look at my speed. We are on a vomit comet, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my days. Right, hold on. I don't like this. Let's just try vertical speed. I don't know if I have some crazy icing in X-Plane, but I've just gone VS 1000. The aircraft's doing what I want to do, but obviously I'm now going to get high here. But that's what happened to speed. Yeah, that's a bit weird. It was perfectly on path, about 30 knots high, and then VNAV's just thrown a massive wobbly. There's no restriction here, but we do want to make 7-0 by Essex-Stowe. And now that the path's coming back towards me, I'm just doing 1,000 feet per minute, and it's now coming back. I think it's just doing funky stuff around the decel point. Right, now I'm just going to go level change. So level change, the aircraft will pitch for the speed. Just going to put the weather radar tilt up so we don't have any ground clutter. Thanks, Jamlin. 42 months member, Epic Day, Flight X Sim Body Stream, F1, then MogF. Everyone's looking forward to today. Thank you very much as well, Jamlin, for your support. Might request a late start, depends on what I'm doing with the kids. Oh, awesome, buddy. Well, I hope you can take part. I'll process all the swaps for the group flight after this stream, and I've already got it published, ready to go as well. I think I'll just take the Zebo one today. Right, 250 getting a bit high, so using speed brake with 250 knots coming out the cloud, and ATC's calling as well. Edinburgh approaches online. Set it for you. I have to do it a bit manually. So I've got level change, speed brake now, just to try to catch up with this profile to be level by Tartan. Edinburgh approach, good morning, Speedbird 73 X-ray Golf, descending flight level 70, inbound to Tartan 250 knots.
73 X-ray Golf, Edinburgh radar, good morning, information Delta, vectoring Finalis approach runway 06, flight heading 320 degrees.
Run heading 320 degrees, vectors for ILS 06, Speedbird 73 X-ray Golf. Heading select.
73 X-ray Golf, descend to altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1016, 35 miles from touchdown.
6,000 feet, QNH 1016, Speedbird 73 X-ray Golf. Nice little shortcut there, so we're going to keep the speed brake out at 250. QNH 1016. Yeah, I guess that's. Oh, no, that's the minimums.
Shuttle 8 Golf, descend to altitude.
I guess that's a bug where the standby air size not working. And now we'll update the FMC. So we're going to have a massive jump in VNAV here. Be high. Then it recalculates. Have I just lost VNAV? Well, distance 4, 8, 12. Actually, you know what? I'm good on profile here now. Let's stow the speed brake.
Shuttle 8 Golf radar.
Yes, 10 degrees. Where's the total air temperature gauge? Definitely turn that off. It's got a ground test option. There we are. Perfect. Right, passing 10,000 for 6,000 feet post cruise check. So lights, I'll turn them all on for now. Angular bank will need to set to 25 degrees. Pressurization 2.9 set. Seatbelts on. Recall. Checks complete. Yes, so I saw someone's got about the 3 red lights. Yes, when your thrust is idle in the classic and the gear's not down, you get 3 red lights. That doesn't happen on the NG. Oh, there's VNAV now. Whee! The profile change is huge.
Speed 73 X-ray Golf, descend to altitude 4,000 feet.
Descend 4,000 feet, speedbird 73 X-ray Golf. Oh yes, remember the wiper's bugged, so if it's raining, we're gonna struggle to see anything here. So I'm just gonna have a nice little, cheeky base leg here. So I'm going to go level change now, so the thrust will go to retard. 0321 short, check previous comment about tack gauge. 3 red, so use red.
Edinburgh radar,
If you want the tack gauge to the sat gauge, press the button below the numbers.
I've got you now.
Oh, cool! Oh, I like this. Yeah, I want total air temperature information. That's what I want. Thank you very much. I never knew that on the 300. Thanks, Hasibasso, as well. Open the side window and wipe it with a tissue. Well, I hope it wouldn't open with the pressurisation, but you'd never know. Looking good here. We'll start slowing down soon. VNAV showing me on profile, but it's been a bit higgledy-piggledy. Dukes, are you going to try the flight factor training at 7?
Turn left heading 310 degrees.
Left 310 degrees, speedbird 73 Golf. Yes, I will get the V2
Golf, turn left heading 090 degrees, cleared ILS approach runway 06. Left heading 090 and cleared for the ILS 06, shall we go?
Still doing 250 knots, descending nicely. Lovely day. You guys missing the overlay on top? Russell, can you do a total electrical panel failure? Not now. Looking good here though for a straight in on the ILS. Start slowing down now to the upspeed, which I don't know what that is. In the NG, it's quite easy to work out. You take your flat 40 speed, add 70 knots. I mean, I can do that here as a sort of a rough guide. Probably not the same in the classic. So that would make it 195 knots for the upspeed, which I'd say is around right for our gross weight, 40 odd tons.
Shuttle 8 Golf, contact Edinburgh Tower, 118.705, bye-bye. Over to Tower, and thanks for the service, Shuttle 8 Golf. You're welcome.
So the flat 1 speed's not 250 in the classic, it's 230. I'm sort of ignoring VNAV here, just seeing where I am. I'm actually a little bit high.
X-ray Golf, descend to altitude 3,000 feet.
Descend 3,000 feet, speedbird 73 X-ray Golf. So I'm going to go flap 1 and speed brake. Flap 5 is 230 knots. A little bit high here, but that should help quite nicely. Definitely don't miss it. I prefer an overlay, better on my TV. Yeah, I mean, all my stream is sort of built around it. I mean, I quite like it because people always ask where we're going, what flight information do we have. Right, stay to speed brake. We're at flat 5 now. I'm going to bug 180 knots. Just going to do vertical speed, 1,000 feet per minute. Oh, it's horrible weather. I hope I can actually see the runway if it's ready, because as I said, the wipers do not work.
Golf, turn right, heading 030 degrees, cleared ILS approach 06.
Right, 030 degrees on the heading, cleared ILS 06, speedbird 73 X-ray Golf. What a CDA! Look at that. It's Wait for correct sensing. Correct sensing, we want the localizer information on the left. There we are. So we'll arm approach. And then use vertical speed VS to finesse to stay on the glide slope. 180 knots on base. ICAO recommended speeds. Turn the sounds up slightly now. Hear the engines whining in the background. It's great sound. Turn the music off as well. Check your sea weather, not terrain. I'll leave it on weather. Proper IMC conditions.
Chevrolet Kilo Edinburgh radar, good morning. Get ahead for landing 06.
It's a bit of terra firma. Localizer, glide slope capture. Runway heading 060. And the missed approach altitude.
Speedbird 73 X-ray Golf speed 160 knots indicated or less, still 4 miles.
160 or less till 4. That's Speedbird 73 X-ray Golf. So I'm going to go. Already got flap 10, so that should hopefully. You see,
Romeo, report your cleared level.
you see here, I'm on the classic now. Flap 10 idle on the glide slope. It slows down very slowly. I'd expect a little bit more drag, just compared to what the NG would be doing. The NG would be slowing down now, typically. It is slowing down, but very, very, very slowly. DME distances here, look, 8.6.
25.
Speedbird 73 X-ray Golf, contact Edinburgh Tower 118.705.
118705, thank you very much to the ATC, Speedbird 73 X-ray Golf, bye. Perfect. Edinburgh Tower, hello, it's Speedbird 73 X-ray Golf, established ILS 06, just past 8 miles.
Speedbird 73 X-ray Golf, Edinburgh Tower, good morning. Continue approach runway 06.
A continue approach, Speedbird 73 X-ray Golf. That's Boeing, one of the members, he's providing ATC, great.
Chippy 21 Edinburgh Tower.
Chippy? Who's that? Right, I don't know what VNAV's doing now. VNAV's completely it's gone stupid. It's past the centre fix already. Why is it? I don't know why it's doing that. It should be. It seems to have not sequenced the waypoint correctly, so VNAV's gone a bit funny. Right, 160 till 4, and we're at 5.7 miles here. If we look at them. So airport's there. It's a horrible day though. 06 cleared to land, Speedbird 73 X-ray Golf. Right, approaching 4 miles now, so I'm going to start configuring. Gear down, flat 15. I'm going to go all the way back to the flat 30 speed. Flat 25. Start switches, continuous, recall, checked. Speed brake. On grid light, landing gear down to regular order brake is set. Flat 30. Speed is 128. So we'll fly 133. Yeah, so the FMC hasn't sequenced the waypoints correctly. When you're a beam, it should sequence the next one. So flaps, we've got 30 green light. Lights are on, clear to land, checklist complete. Okay. Another feature I like is this, so you can get your thrust lever matched up before you fly. So, oh no! I just realised very quickly, yoke cam is on jack still. Right, let me just quickly get this set up. Good old automation, you've got to trust it. Right, disconnecting, auto throttle. Disconnecting autopilot. About 57% here. The thrust is going to be slightly different to that on the NG, but it does hand fly very nicely, fully configured. I was doing a bit of general handling yesterday with the different configurations, gear and flap. It does fly nicely. However, what happens on the flare is sort of a bit delayed, a bit like the classics 737 Fly JSIM aircraft. I think they need to speed up the response on the controls to inputs. A number of aircraft are guilty of this add-on wise, and it just leaves a delayed response. In the real aircraft, when you move, in the 737s this is, you move the control column or controls, the response on the control surfaces is instant, it's instantaneous, and I'm talking too much, I'm not watching my speed. Tad high, but still below VRF plus 20, just. Wait, hold on. My thrust levers aren't doing anything. Thank you very much. What happened there?
300.
Oh, I can't see. Remember, the wipers do not work at the moment, they are bugged. Well, my thrust levers were unresponsive for a short while. Continue, dirty dive there, watch out, a bit low.
Light slow.
Yeah, that's There. Bit low at the end.
90, 40, 30,
I have to flare.
20. Traffic. Traffic.
No, that shouldn't be happening at that point. Come on. Oh, speed brakes up and reverses. What a butter. 100. Manual braking. What a brake disarm. 80. That was beautiful. 60 knots. I'll talk about the flare in a second. 60 knots. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Edinburgh. A butter. That's all that matters in flight to me. Wonderful. Yeah, the sounds are good. It's just the engine starts. Oh, I can't see a thing. Engine start sounds are a bit naff. Right on Charlie. Do you use XP realistic for camera movements? No, these are the IXEG ones.
KP21, the surface wind 080 degrees at 8 knots, runway 06, clear for
The
takeoff.
radar off.
06, clear for takeoff, GP21. Speedbird 73, X-ray Golf, hold Alpha 15, contact the ground 121.755, see ya.
Alpha 15, 121.755, XH C mode, see you soon. Speedbird 73, X-ray Golf, bye. Large aeroplane there, where's Alpha 15? I've not been here for a while. It's a right turn. Ground 121.755. Perfect, and it's just here. Holding short. Ground hello. Ground hello. Speedbird 73 X-ray Golf. Holding short at Alpha 15.
Speedbird 73 X-ray Golf, taxi stand 8 via Foxtrot.
Stand 8 via Foxtrot. Speedbird 73 X-ray Golf. Perfect. So in we go. Flaps can come up. Yeah, this is Orbeck's True Earth Edinburgh, by the way. Looking very busy here in Edinburgh, isn't it? Fantastic. Yes. Not bad. The add-on's fine. It's just as it was in X-Plane 11, really. God, the rain effects are great, but it's just a shame the wipers aren't working to clear them up, clear up the windows here. So I'm going to stand by. That can come off. Come off. That can come off. That can come off. Did I stow the speed brake? Yes, I did. Strobes can come off. Just gets here on the parallel taxiway.
Tom Jet 75 Golf Alpha, we can continue the taxi? Yeah, Tom Jet 75 Golf Alpha, continue taxi now, holding point Alpha 1, runway 06.
Stand 9.
Yeah, taxi to hold point Alpha 1, runway 260 Alpha.
Stand 8's been taken. Ground Speedbird 73 X-ray Golf, I think stand 8's taken. Can we go around the corner to 43201?
Speedbird 73 X-ray Golf, stand 3 is currently free. You're making it a bit popular here, so continue taxi echo to stand 3.
Thank you, go to stand 3. Thank you very much, Speedbird 73 X-ray Golf. Quick, before someone else spawns there. Perfect start. Yoke capstan on. Ah, yeah. There we go. Thanks, I forgot to turn it off.
Line 93 Papa Zulu, cleared to...
Yeah, the Orbeck scenery stuff is good, and it all works in X-Plane 12. I just have to... If Q8 Pilot's got a great video and a workaround to get X-Plane 11 scenery working in X-Plane 12.
Line 93 Papa Zulu, cleared to Echo Kilo,
Very loud on the old radio there, sir. Oh, look, even the traffic's stopping for us. Well... Oof, tight. Excellent. The scenery's looking great, isn't it? The textures look fantastic. Don't know if we've got the air bridge information here. No, is the SAM working? No, it's not, unfortunately. You should get the gate guidance here, but I guess it's not working properly. There we are, we'll bring it to a stop there. Excellent. Right, whoops, parking brake set. 2 blues, 1 red. Engines are dead. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Edinburgh in the IXEG 737. It gets a 7 out of 10 from me. I'll explain why. by shortly. The excellent fuel burn was spot on though. 2.8. It should reset the FMC. It has done now. Saw Heathrow there. You still get those awful engine sounds even when they're turning the engines down. Can you hear that? Oh dear. It's all configured now. Anti-coal light can come off. To flight directors. Sounds like the air bridge is connecting, which is great. Brilliant. Busy here in Edinburgh. Look at this. Everyone's spawning around everywhere. Right then, let's have a little talk about the aircraft then. Yeah, 7 out of 10. Let's give it. We flew from Heathrow to Edinburgh. I followed my real-world operators' SOPs and procedures to the letter. And yeah, overall it's good. Personally, I think it needs to be a lot better to justify the price tag. You know, there's a lot of features missing FMC-wise, and the FMC is obviously a very important element of flying an aeroplane like this. You know, the way we operate the aircraft and program everything in here. In the descent there, VNAV initially worked fine, but then it just went a bit haywire. It didn't sequence the waypoints properly on final. So, you know, flying a non-precision approach there in VNAV, I don't think would have worked. Not that I probably wanted to do VNAV in this, you want to use VS.
40.
The handling, yes.
30,
Oh, Angry Brian,
20,
thank you again
10.
for the £5 donation. Very, very kind of you.
You never came back to stand. That's leaving the scene of an accident. I'll make sure you go down for this.
Thanks, Brian, for the £5. Who pushed us back from Heathrow today. Who reckons I clipped his tug, and then I fled from the scene. Unbelievable. Thank you very much, Angry Brian, for your £5 donation. Very, very kind of you. I have no idea who that is. Yeah, so general handling's quite nice. Once you're established, gear down flat 30, and on takeoff, the rotation there, you sort of pitch up, and then you hold the attitude to sort of keep that rotation rate. And then when you get to around 5-6 degrees nose up just before you lift off, it speeds up a lot on its own, which is sort of like I'm having to sort of control myself. So that was one thing. The general handling though is quite nice. The pitch power is great. I think it's a little bit too slippy on approach with the configuration until you get the gear down, that is. And then on final, very nice. But the check there, I checked quite high. You wouldn't usually check at 40-50 feet there, but I did today, just to sort of make it work. But it felt a bit heavy, and again, it's just like the Fly JSIM stuff. The two delayed a response on the flight controls. In fact, we can sort of test that now. We've got the hydraulics on. If I go to yoke cam, too slow. And this is affecting the flight. Honestly, if you were to do this on the plane like that, you would never do it, and it would move like that, but there'd be far bigger movements. You know, it would be the full travel. Same with right. If I go from full right to full left, it's about a second. This should be instant. There should be no delay. If I was to do this with the feet, it should move like that, but a lot bigger. It's just a delayed response, and the Flight Factor 7.6 is guilty of this. The Fly JSIM aircraft are guilty of this as well. So you're not getting the sort of correct response from the aircraft with these inputs there. Oh, the Rhino's popping a wheelie, very, very cool. So yeah, they're the main things that stood out. The things I really like, apart from the start sounds and the shutdown sounds, the engine sounds are quite good, and the actual handling good. The cockpit's fantastic. All the switches and gauges, as far as I know, the system modelling is pretty accurate as well. They need to do a lot of fixing for this aircraft before it can justify the price tag. In my opinion, is it a good aircraft add-on? Yes, I think it is. It just needs a lot of tidying up, and I would have preferred to have seen that tidying up done prior to it being released for X-Plane 12. The good news is now, I did have a quick look this morning before the stream there on their forum. A lot of people are providing feedback that I think is very justifiable and needs to be listened to, and they have said that they will be keeping this updated, listening to feedback, and let's hope those updates come, because it is a nice little 737. It's certainly the best classic I think you have in any sim available, and I'm looking forward to flying an updated version again in the future there. Avionics Blast, are you using auto or phone? No, because I've just prefer downloading it on a stream-by-stream basis. I find that some people have issues with it as well, with certain sceneries, so I've just carried on downloading it. I might try it in the future, we'll see. MG King, how much is it? I think it's $90, 90 quid or $90. It is expensive, but I bought it years ago, and then if you have got this aircraft, make sure you utilise the small upgrade fee, which is only valid for 60 days. I had it automatically emailed to me, but if you can contact Aviation to say you purchased it on XYZ, and they will send you that code, because I know some people have had those issues. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, it's a good aircraft. Just want to see some fine tuning for the price that they're charging. Now, if they were charging 30 quid, 40 quid, say that things need fixing, but things like the Phoenix A320, which is 50 quid, and a very, very, very good add-on. That's sort of the price it should be at there. Oh, they said the freighters will be coming. That's good, that's good. Any plans for the next stream? Yes, I've got a members stream later on this evening for that, but I might have a bit of fun on Tuesday or Wednesday and take a flying boat out for a spin. More to be followed. Thank you very much, Longcat, for your £5 donation. Really appreciate that, buddy. I guess that pinged up again whilst I was in Yoke Cam, which does mute the alerts. Starting my type rating on this shed on Tuesday, so thanks to the educational stream. Could have timed it better. Fantastic, Longcat. I must stress, this is purely for entertainment purposes only. I've not flown this aircraft. Let me know how you think the IXEG is when you get some experience on the real one. Best of luck with your type rating, sir. Very much appreciate your support as a member as well, and your donation. Right then, so we'll leave the aircraft configured as it is. We'll log off the VATSIM network. Thank you to all the controllers and to Moen, one of the members, for providing ATC. As ever, provides a more realistic experience for you guys. The vectors were excellent. Right, let's have a little look here at the replay. I do need to get all the other streams set up as well. Just doing some pro stream stuff here in the background, guys. Just bear with me. Cue the funky replay music. Oh yes, there we are. Let's see. It worked yesterday when I did a replay. Thanks to Orbex, who are one of my partners as well, friends of Orbex. I'm able to download. Oh, that's not promising, guys. It seems to have frozen. No! It was such a smooth landing as well. I didn't do anything. I just pressed the yes, I've got the circle of doom. Right. Well, that's a shame. Well, I'll sign off now. Call it a day. Maybe I could show you a pretty picture of Jack on Yoga Cam as we sign out. Is he still there? Yes. We'll sign out looking at Jack today. Oh no, that stops the funky replay music. Oh no, not a smooth ending there. Oh no. Well, we'll call it a day, guys. Thank you very much for everyone that donated, for your generosity today. Never needed, but always appreciate generosity that goes back into the channel. Thanks to everyone who is a member, for your continued support. Don't forget members for the members group flight later on this evening. I'll be posting that shortly in Discord. To all the regular viewers and subscribers, thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you have a great Sunday wherever you are, and we'll be live again in the next few days. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.